Welcome to La Casa de Luz. Thank you so much for joining me for another pick a card. This one is going to be a new moon, new cycle reading, and it is timeless for any new moon. So if you're watching this with the new moon right now, that is in Chitra Nakshatra, or if you are watching this at another time, this is for you as well. So I took a little break because I was working on my website. So please, guys, check out my description below. My website link is there. You can check out my offerings and all the blogs that I do, and also just connecting more in the community. I have an energy letter that's going to be sent out every month, so you can check that out and sign up for it as well. So let's start with the pick a card. So I have three options for you. I have the black Apache Tear, which is obsidian. I have the black Kyanite, beautiful. And I have the Hematite, okay? So pile 1, 2, 3. If you are not pile 1, then you can go to your selected pile. The timestamps are below. All right, so pile 1 with the black obsidian Apache Tear. So Apache Tear is a little bit not as strong as a regular black obsidian. That's what I've heard. Okay, I do apologize if there's a little glare or shadow that's happening, but I guess it kind of goes with the idea that, you know, the new moon, it's the dark moon, right? And then it has that little sliver, which makes it for the next couple days a new moon. And so the energy is very strong with this because that black color is a very protective color. It is the one that helps us navigate the underworld and get through for our shadow work to really come through. So pile 1, let's see what this new moon, new cycle is bringing to you. All right, so I'll do that last. So first I'm gonna see what Moonology cards we got. So we have a personal issue reaches resolution, full moon in Cancer, and conclusions are within reach, full moon eclipse. Okay, so both of these messages, and I believe you were one of the only ones to get 2 of these cards, they're saying the same thing. This cycle that you're entering is a closing cycle. Does that make sense? Like you are kind of finishing a cycle within the cycle. So there has been something that's been happening around you, something that's been really hard for you to see, you know, is this going to be over yet? And Spirit here is just reaffirming that conclusions are within reach and things are coming as a resolution. So maybe this full moon that is coming after this new moon, which right now, if you're watching this in real time, it is October 2020. The full moon that's coming up is October 31st. It is a blue moon, okay? So that means that there was 2 full moons in this month of October 2020, lands on Halloween as well. So this full moon that's coming up may be really significant for pile number 1. Spirit is maybe going to show you kind of what is it that needs to be finished in your life. What is it that needs to finally you come to grips with it and understand what the lesson is and move on. Okay, so that is the message that Spirit is saying for this new moon. What else we have, Spirit? We have the secret, number 40. The unknown, mysteries, wonders. Oh, wow. Okay. So there's things for pile number 1 that have been really hard to come to grips with. And Spirit is saying it's because there's a lot of unknown. There's a lot of things that are out of your control. I am getting this sense that, you know, how it's going to really be helpful to connect with trees during this cycle that you're going through. But there seems to be a lot of mysteriousness and like different energy that's trying to kind of work itself out within you, because when we're going through big transitions in our lives, it's like we don't see the end, right? So we're like, oh, what does that look like? We get anxious, we get nervous because there's so much unknown and there's so much building up with this full moon energy, right? It's that waxing moon from the new moon to the full moon. It's gaining momentum, it's gaining energy, but at the same time, you don't know where that's gonna take you. So see, Spirit is saying here that there are secrets to what's going on in your world, but just know that conclusions are within reach. Love that message. All right, what else do we have, Spirit? So we have youthful folly, and it says impulsiveness, immaturity, bluffing, ignorance, learning, impatience, reckless behavior. Okay, so definitely, you know, use this youthful energy that you have to cultivate something new, but don't make it immature. You need to step into a more mature attitude with whatever it is that you're coming to this reading for. It's just calling you to be a little bit more patient, right? A little bit more understanding, to not take too many big risks just because you want to and you like to take risks. Sometimes we need to calculate our actions. And so Spirit is saying, you know, as you're moving towards these new cycles, then you're able to, you know, there's going to be a lot of obstacles that are going to come around, and Spirit is saying some of those obstacles you're going to need to go through, and some of those obstacles you don't need to go through. And what it is you need to do is discern what are the things that you're willing to put yourself through, and what are the things that will really, you know, not benefit you in the long run. Okay, so that is something Spirit is saying. Take caution of reckless behavior. Okay, I have one power mudra, but I will wait till see what else Spirit has to say with the tarot. So that was the oracle reading, and now we'll get into the tarot, see what tarot comes out to accompany. All right, so that's a lot of tarot already, so let's see what it says. So we do have the Tower, but it's upside down. So I kind of feel like, you know, because the Tower is a shakeup card, so it's like you probably had shakeup after shakeup. You don't even know what's up, what's down. And Spirit is saying that, you know, conclusions are within reach. What you need to do, pile number one, is go within. So there's this sense with the Hermit card, especially, to go within, right? To really take the necessary steps to understand, you know, why you are going through what it is you're going through. But I feel that anything that's happening right now is for you to grow in your maturity and to expand past a very youthful, reckless behavior. You're coming into a, you know, more steady emotional space with the King of Cups here. He's a very steady, you know, masculine energy that knows what he wants, knows what he's doing. So Spirit is definitely saying that with this youthful folly, it's all good when it's fun and games, but when it's time to be serious, you need to step into a more emotionally balanced place where you can kind of make decisions, you know, correctly, and make decisions with the ability to, it should be like this. Make decisions with the ability of, contemplation. There's a lot of contemplation here. He's contemplating, he's looking at a crystal ball, he's trying to figure out, you know, where to go next. And Spirit is saying there are a lot of things you do not know. But if you go inwardly and if you mature in your emotions and your emotional body, then a lot of things that's troubling you, it's going to be seen. You're going to see it all for what it is. And so right now it maybe feels like this shadow, darkness energy, but Spirit is saying, have faith. Right? Have faith that you are protected and everything is well, even though it sometimes feels like, you know, you come up tower after tower and your, you know, whole life is being shaken up. But Spirit is saying, you know, it's all for your maturity. It's all for your growth. Okay. I have one other deck. I'm going to leave it there with the tarot. I could pull more. I can see what's on the top of the deck, actually. Four of Wands, which is perfect to see. It's definitely showing, oh, wow, okay. So Four of Wands and the Chariot. So some of you may be wondering about some type of relationship, and Spirit saying it's going to go forward, but at its own pace. But there are conclusions, you know, in this relationship that may take you to the next level, okay? For some of you, it is a divine masculine. It is someone who is going to take care of you financially, or, you know, maybe not necessarily like you're dependent on them, but where it takes a lot of worry away. Sorry, let's put one more because that's heavy. Okay, Page of Cups. Yeah, starting again, maturing. There's a lot of maturing happening here for pile number 1. All right, let's see what the Making Magic cards say. Spirit, for pile number 1. What kind of magic is coming with this new cycle, the ending of a cycle, I feel, for pile 1. So Spirit is saying insight. Open the third eye to strengthen intuition on the bottom of the deck. And then it's the dragonfly. You bring light to this world. All right, so pile 1, Spirit is making sure that you know that your light is strong, it's bright, and many people, you know, may not notice it right away, but getting to know you, you know, you are worth a lot. And remember your value when it comes to people treating you badly. And the power mudra that you got, pile 1, is vitality, number 15, Vitam mudra, okay? So that's a pretty easy mudra. You'll do this over your belly. And basically, this assists your inner cycles, fluidity, vital energy. Benefits reproductive and urinary health. You can pause it, you can read the rest of it. The focus is, I open to the vital and subtle energy that is within. Okay, so pile 1, this mudra is basically about the inner cycles. This reading is about the inner cycles. The new moon, the new cycle that's coming for you is something that's happening within you. It's a lot of contemplation. It's a lot of maturity going on. All right, so that is my reading for you, pile number 1. And I do hope that that resonates. If it does, make sure you give a like or subscribe to my channel. And as always, sending you mucha, mucha luz. All right, so pile number 2 with the black kyanite. Beautiful black kyanite, love it. All right, so we'll put you there. Black kyanite, very protective stone as well, as we're in this new moon cycle changing. So let's see what the Moonology deck has for pile number 2. Meditate and contemplate. New moon in Pisces. Okay, so you are getting the new moon. So whatever new moon that is, this is falling on for you as you watch this video. Spirit is saying basically on the new moons for pile number 2, it's really good for you guys to meditate and contemplate on the new moons, because the new moon is about intention and manifesting. So what is it that you want to manifest? What is it that you want to create in your life? And Spirit is saying meditate and contemplate on those things on the new moon, so that you're able to really bring it in. Because the new moon is that manifestation, and coming into the full moon would be that climax of it all, of it actually manifesting. So right now it is a period of meditation and contemplation, so that once you get to that full moon energy, you have manifested what it is that you have been meditating and contemplating on. All right, let's see what else we have. We have Temple of Dreams, Sacred Dreams, Prophecies, Dream Journeys. Meditate and contemplate and dream work is really big for pile number 2. Okay, I love this. I'm going to keep this card right here. So basically, Spirit is saying in your dreams, especially with the moons, it's like really heightened. And so any kind of visions or dreams you're having right now, write them down. Spirit's saying to create a dream journal. Write, what you're going through or what, goes on in those dreams, because there's a lot of messages Spirit is saying they're sending you. And this is why you need to meditate and contemplate on these messages, because there's a big plan or some kind of big thing that Spirit is trying to get you to notice, and it's taking you to go inward. You need to go inwardly, more inward, to really figure out, exactly where you're going. So this new cycle, this new moon that you're watching this on, it's definitely bringing a much needed clarity, lots of dreams. Okay, so we do have excess, number 28. And the words here are stress, overload, exhaustion, obsessiveness, gluttony, burdens, worries, the breaking point. All right, so a lot of you guys in pile number 2 are very anxious people. You obsess easily, and we all have this problem. I'm not saying I don't obsess. There are certain things that definitely make me obsess. And I notice those things, I know when my mind starts playing tricks on me and it starts to make. So Spirit is saying, for those people who identify with kind of a more anxious personality or habits, Spirit is saying, when you finally hit that breaking point, that's when you really realize you need to meditate. You need to contemplate. You need to have some type of practice in your life so that you're able to really withstand that stress, that anxiety, and transmute it. Because it's one thing of having feelings, being sensitive, but if you're not transmuting that energy, then you really aren't giving yourself a chance. Okay, so and that looks different for everyone. This is a general reading, so this may apply to you in a subtle way. It can apply to you in a bigger way. Take it how you want to. But for me personally, I know that I need a daily practice. I need a daily moment where I am going to say, no more distractions. Let me go within. And Spirit is saying, for you, pile number 2, it's really, really important for you to have that moment or that type of, dream work, journaling or something like this kind of meditative, contemplative practice. I pulled a power mudra for you guys, but we'll get to that in the end. First, we're going to look at what the tarot says. Okay, so for the tarot, okay, so this is, look at that, 7 of Wands. That is a very conflict, trying to get above, and it's in the mind. Wands are like ideas and like fire and passion and desires. And so all that stuff accumulates in the mind. And that's when you start having sword moments, right? First it becomes a wand or something. But anyways, I'm not going to get into it. Oh, well, look, I have pulled a sword. So that's what I was saying. When you're in this place where it feels like so much conflict is happening, that so many things are up against you, come into the Queen of Swords energy. Remember this energy of discernment. Is this worth worrying about? Is this worth being anxious about? Is this worth putting your body in this stress? The Queen of Swords is someone who she's very direct. She's very upfront. She is critical, as well, but she knows when to go and when to stop, and when to protect and when to let go. And that is a big lesson for a lot of us here, is like with the mind. And this is why I'm saying, I keep reiterating, and Spirit is pushing heavily, is a daily practice. And this is a message I'm taking for myself as well, because I know it's tough. It's tough to dedicate a certain time every day to a practice, or maybe an hour or 30 minutes, sometime during the day. It's difficult to keep up with. But Spirit is saying, that it's okay, and what's really going to help you too is being around friends, being, kind of doing things in groups, not allowing yourself to feel like you're by yourself, finding your support system that also helps you, you know, see through the stress that you may be feeling or the situations that you may be feeling. Okay, so on the bottom of the tarot, we have Temperance, beautiful. And this is just reiterating that finding balance between the emotions and for the emotional body and temperament, right? Being peaceful and not worrying about things that are out of your control. And just always knowing that you're protected by the angels, by your guides, by your ancestors, by your higher power, okay? You're not alone. You're not alone. And Spirit wants you to remember that anything you're going through, it's temporary. And that's when you just have to go within yourself, meditate and contemplate, see what's causing the hurt, talk to people, you know, about what you're feeling, write it out, do those things that help transmute that energy. Give yourself a chance to decode the messages that Spirit is trying to send you. All right, so I'm gonna pull one card from the Making Magic little oracle, which I'm really enjoying this one. And manifesting your dreams for this cycle, right? Yeah. All right. One on target. Follow your ideal life path. Okay, so for a lot of you guys sometimes get a little you know, anxious about where you're headed, what's gonna happen, what job you're gonna go to, how you're gonna make money. Spirit is saying, follow your ideal life path. Live as if it's already all happening, and there you will see the pieces come together, and finally you will be living the life you've always dreamt of. The mudra you have, the power mudra, is number 22, assertion, Rudra mudra. This is the fire element. Okay, so you basically are curving these. So your pinky and your middle finger are out, and the other ones are like this. Okay, this would be a Shiva mantra as well, because Rudra is another name for Shiva. So it holds to strengthen digestion, helps to strengthen our digestion, assimilation and elimination, activation, energizing, vitality. You can pause it to read the rest. And the focus says, my inner fire is vibrant and alive. Okay, so my inner fire is vibrant and alive. Okay, Spirit is definitely saying that for you guys. Your inner fire is what you're following. Don't worry about the things that you can't, you know, control. Okay, I do hope that resonates for you, pile number 2. If it does, then please like and subscribe. Also check my description box. Check my website. I have a lot of cool things on there, and you can connect more with me. All right, well, sending you mucha luz as always, and I'll see you next time. Bye. All right. Pile number 3 with the Hematite. All right, so I did pick all protective stones, as I feel it's always beautiful to have those protective tools around us, just so we can feel more safe, right now. All right, so the Moonology deck for you guys, pile number 3. What's the new moon bringing for you? What's the cycle you're entering? All right, so we have prosperity lies ahead. New moon in Taurus. Beautiful. Pleasure, prosperity, abundance, love. It's going to be so many things when it's Taurus, right? It's ruled by Venus. This is, you know, luxury and desires. And so Spirit is saying a lot of abundance of love and goodness is coming your way, pile number 3. Okay, you're stepping into a new cycle. Maybe in the past you've been feeling like you can't catch a break, and Spirit is just reiterating here that whatever you feel like you're lacking, you're not going to be feeling that anymore. Or, you know, you already are in this prosperous you know, situation, and Spirit is saying, even more prosperity lies ahead, right? When you think you've had enough, Spirit gives you more. But why? Because then you're able to bless more people, right? You're able to give back more. So when you're prosperous, others prosper. And that's the real prosperity, right? When the whole community prospers with us. All right, let's see what else we have. We have 2 of the Hidden World Oracles. So we have the Mountain Goddess, High Vibration, Mindfulness, Power of the Mind. So manifesting, right? Manifesting this prosperity. And we also have the Pathway, Direction, Purpose, Change. If you notice, actually, these 2 look very similar. I mean, this deck is very similar imagery, but these 2 are very much in the purple chakra, and I already remember something else about the card that flew out for one of your other cards. So this is definitely talking about that crown chakra. It says higher vibration, mindfulness, direction, purpose, change. So Spirit is saying, you know, your passions are what's gonna bring you prosperity. When you are in a state of awareness and mindfulness, where you understand your purpose in this world, there's nothing that can stop you besides the power of your mind. If your mind decides one day, you know, to not wake up and do work, to not do what you're passionate about, the power of the mind can stifle you. So Spirit is definitely just giving a little, a cautious warning to pile number 3, that although there might be all this prosperous things, don't start doubting. Once you start doubting, once you start putting these negative thoughts out there, you're gonna see those negative things appear. It's not some type of new age idea that what you think is coming to you. It is science. When you speak words to water, it creates a vibration. Words that are not necessarily high in vibration will cause bacteria to grow in the water faster than words that are more positive in light. Okay? And so that just shows that our sound, right? Our thoughts, we're creating vibrations, energetic fields. So definitely pay attention to what you're thinking. Holding together. This is from the Tao Oracle. It says union, cooperation, solidarity, membership, teamwork, participation, making a choice. All right, so let me move this up a little. Okay. So I'm feeling a sense of like, you might already kind of know what you're doing in life. You might already have, you know, the career, the dream job that you've always desired. For some of you, you are already on that path. But for others, it's like you're coming into it. And so there are some decisions that you need to make. And Spirit is saying, base these decisions on a higher vibration. Become completely aware of both sides if you are making a decision between 2 options. See what benefits you in a more, you know, holistic way, meaning body, mind, and spirit. There's a lot about collaboration for pile number 3. So this new cycle you're coming into, it is about being with people that are doing the same thing you want to do, right? The direction, the purpose. People who are prosperous, people who are abundant, not just because they just, you know, their parents had it or they didn't work for it, but people who really work for, you know, living their desired lives and made something of themselves, even if the world, you know, gave them a bad hand. Okay, so a lot of teamwork, a lot of cooperation. It could be with just one person, it could be in a group with a group of people, but also just jumping into a community would really help pile 3 to just get more into what it is that you're trying to do. All right, so I'm gonna leave the 2 last cards for the end, which are the power mudras. Just for like meditation. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. All right, so let's see what's happening in the tarot for pile number 3. What does the tarot have to say for pile number 3? Pile number 3. Spirit. All right. So we have one that's come out. This came out in pile number 2, and because it jumped out right now, it's kind of like, you know, this could be some type of continuation for pile number 2 if you're continue watching. So this is just reiterating that everything in that pile also, you know, resonates, and this does too. Or for some, if this seems a little off, maybe you want to go back to pile number 2 and see what I channeled there. Okay, so let's see for pile number 3, Spirit. What else for pile number 3? All right, so we do have the 10 of Pentacles. There could be someone in particular that you're going to be coming into union with, you know, walking into your purpose, walking into the direction that you're wanting to go in. And it's like you've gone through a lot. So it's like now you know what's good to take with you. Also the King of Pentacles. So we have the 10 of Pentacles. We have this prosperity lies ahead. And we have this King of Pentacles coming out. Excuse me. So I do feel here that, you know, Spirit is definitely reiterating that the cycle that you're going in is a lot about your career, about your job, about, you know, your direction in your life purpose. And so I feel like, excuse me, I feel like you might be going through some kind of conflict internally, perhaps, that's kind of making you feel like you have this big choice to make. Spirit is saying follow your intuition, walk away from what doesn't serve you, walk away with what doesn't make you feel right, and go towards this beautiful completion, you know, a beautiful direction. That, you know, you see this light here and light here. It's like what's waiting for you is actually, you know, probably better than you even imagine. Okay, so let's pick one card from the Making Magic. Okay, you get 2. All right, so you get water. Okay, so work with the element of water for healing, purification, and refinement. And the other one is sun. The golden energy of the sun brings fame and fortune. Wow. Okay, so working with the water energy, working with the sun energy is huge. Working with the elements. If you see this deck, it's like the labyrinth, right? A lot of these aren't, okay, there's the elements, but achievement. So you got this water and you got the sun. So doing water magic in the daytime, doing solar worshiping with water. There is one for Surya, Om Suryaya Namaha. That is the mantra for Surya, the sun god. And what you can do is you get a copper vessel, you put water in it, and when the sun is rising, you pour the copper vessel, chanting Surya's names and mantras in front of the sunset. This is a big ritual you can do. You can add whatever you want to that as well. Okay, the mudras, well, you did get the earth element. So again, working with the elements is really big for pile number 3. Sorry about that. Okay, so earth element, and you also got the Sahasrara mudra, which is universal light, and this is just basically this over your head. Okay, you are gonna make it so it's strong over your head, okay? And this one is going to be for meditation, concentration, and wisdom, which was a similar message for pile number 2. And the focus is I awaken to the divine union of all in the universe. Okay, so there is this talk of union again after that 10 of coins. So for some of you guys, this is about that union externally with the masculine, and for others it's about that union or feminine. For some of you, it is about yourself and coming into harmony within yourself. I do hope that that resonates for you, pile number 3. I wish you the best, and as always, sending you mucha luz. If you did enjoy that video, make sure you like it, comment, and subscribe. Also, check out my website. There's my offerings, my blogs, and things like that. Thank you so much for supporting me, and as always, peace. Bye.